Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope this video finds you well. Come with me to work while I do some small shoulder length knotless braids. Y'all, I am so new with doing anything hair related on my channel. I am so used to doing Shein hauls, but I'm trying to do something new and give y'all something else to look at. So I thought, why not bring you guys along with me while I work? So when my client came in, I asked her if it was okay for me to record content, and she said, of course, girl, do your thing. So my thing is what I did. We are doing some small shoulder length knotless braids. She did ask me to do them a little longer, so they really like boob length. I don't be minding doing a little extra for my regular clients because they come and spend money with me all the time. So I just be wanting to, give them a little extra sometimes to show them that I appreciate them. So my client does suffer from alopecia around her edges. So in this video, I want to show you guys how I bricklayered and made my knotless extra full so that you could not see her edges at all in the finished look. Full disclosure, we did play a lot during this video because we were having a good time. I feel like your hair sessions are therapy sessions, so why not come and sit down and wind down and just relax? So that's what we were doing for the most part. We were talking and catching up, because it had been a while since she had came from her last appointment. So in the first row of her hair, I did do 5 small knotless braids. Remember, when you are doing your knotless braids, that first row is like a foundation. So once you set your foundation, you can brick pattern on top of that. Also, remember that first row will depend on the size and the width of your client's neck. It will vary from client. Here I show you how I do my knotless braids and how I start them. Remember that braiding patterns are like signatures. Every braider has one. So the way that I do things may not be the way that you do things, and that's fine. But this is how I do it, and this is what works for me. Also, make sure you are lubricating that section with gel from the top, the bottom, the side. It needs to be completely covered with gel so that when you apply that braid in here, it won't have any imperfections. Also, don't forget to fix any imperfections that you have in the parts. Make sure your parts are clean. I cannot stress this enough. So I like to put a piece of braid in here at the root of the braid. Like when you first start braiding, I put a piece of hair right there because it serves as a anchor braid for me. It also helps prevent from your braid to slip. I know it's not supposed to, but sometimes, when you have knotless braids, unless it's not done correctly, it can slip. Also, if your finger placement isn't right, it can also make the braid slip as well. So you like to keep your fingers real close to the braid, if that makes sense. Also, I wanted to let you guys know that I have been braiding now for 10 years, 7 years full time. So I do braid fairly fast. If you guys would like me to do a slow down video tutorial on knotless braids, I can, but just let me know in the comment section. So once you get to your desired length, you should take a little piece from the braid and wrap it around a few times to get that braid tight at the bottom and tie it in a knot. This helps prevent your braid from unraveling while you are doing your other braids. So here's a brief intermission, y'all. I wanted to let y'all in on a little conversation that me and my client were having. So I had seen a video on social media about how people wash up. And so there was a poll like, do people wash their legs when they're in the shower? And y'all would be so surprised and disgusted about how many people do not wash their legs when they are in the shower. So let me know, because I'm curious. Do y'all wash y'all legs, or do y'all just let the soap drip down and y'all think that y'all clean? I wanted to show y'all that I did 3 rows up to her ear. This counts for the back of her neck or the back of her head. So here, I just wanted you guys to watch me do this next braid. I'm not going to really talk too much over it. I just want you to look and learn. Fairly easy, right? It's really a no-brainer. Once you get a hang of it, you'll be flying through y'all client's head in no time. So I am showing you once again how I finish off that braid by tying it in a knot. I took a little piece and I wrapped it around a few times to make it tight, and I just tied it in a knot. And that's how you're going to prevent your braid from unraveling while you are doing your client's head. If you ain't learned nothing else during this video, please remember this. Please. So here I'm about 2 rows up on my client's head. This was only 1 pack of hair, y'all. Like, I don't even think I was done with the whole full 1 pack by this time. So once I started getting closer to the top, the size of the parts got smaller, and this is how I was able to make her hair fuller on the sides so it would cover the alopecia spot. You can do this for your clients if they have alopecia on the sides or if they have stressed areas. Just once you get closer to the top, make your part smaller. By the way, I didn't tell y'all in the beginning of the video because I wasn't promoting any products or brands, but I did only use 3 packs of Expression braiding hair in her head. And so I'm going to link everything that I used in the description so you guys can get the same things that I used too. Also, I am so anal about parts, y'all. I don't know if y'all could tell, but I wanted to make sure that part was in the middle. It's one thing to get your hair done and that middle part ain't middle parting it like it's supposed to be crooked. We don't want that, and I make sure that my clients don't get that. So please make sure y'all take the time out, take the extra time that y'all need to make sure that part is parting in the middle, because your client is going to appreciate that. Also, make sure your section is even on both sides by lifting both parts up to make sure you have the equal amounts on both sides. Look at how full her braids are, y'all. This is so pretty. It's full. It's covering her alopecia spot. You cannot tell that it's thin around the edges. It looks amazing. Like, you definitely cannot tell me I don't know what I'm doing. So there are about 8 braids at the top, and in the next section I'm just going to be matching the braids to the other side. So just making everything even, making everything flow together, making it crisp, and that's it. Just look at how perfect these braids are, y'all. They look so pretty and so full, and they flow together so nicely. And the amazing thing is, it didn't even take me that long. I started off at 10 a.m. We got done at 5:30. She was out the door, literally. So y'all do the math. It took me roughly 7.5 hours, but that's not bad for the size of the braids. Literally, they're very small. So here you can just see me rotting her hair up and preparing her hair for me to dip it. If I could be totally honest with y'all, this is like my least favorite part when styling someone's hair. It's because of the wrist movement and the motion. It just tires my hand out easier than it does with me braiding. I don't know. Do y'all have that problem too? Is this shit out? We having technical difficulties. No, but we really was, y'all. That rod got stuck in that kettle. That could have been bad. And I don't want y'all saying nothing to me about me not having no cape on her while I'm dipping it. Nothing. I've been doing this for so long. I've never burned nobody, by the way. I just wanted to throw that out there because, you know, people be trolling in the comments sometimes. I know what I'm doing. But by no means am I telling you to do what I'm doing. Just because I've been doing it for so long, that doesn't mean that you have to do what I just did. Please put a cape on your clients and make sure you have a guard between that hot pot or that kettle and their back. Thank you. Otherwise, you're risking a lawsuit. Okay, so back to the task at hand. I just continued to keep dipping her hair. I didn't let the braids go until they were done steaming because I didn't want it to hit her back and she feel the heat. So this is something that I like to do to help with my flyaways. I use a hot steamed towel and I just lay it across their head, and that helps lay the flyaways or any imperfections with the braiding hair down so I won't have to go through and do a whole lot of cutting. This is also a trick that you can use if you have experienced your braids turning white after you getting done with your client's hair, or if they are at home and their braids turn white, you can tell them or suggest them to put a hot steam towel on their head. Even though I did say I wasn't promoting any brands, I did want to tell you guys that the mousse that I used was the Shine and Gem Magic Fingers setting mousse. And this is my all-time fave. I love this mousse. I highly recommend. 10 out of 10. Get this mousse to set your braids after you get done with your client's hair. We love equal opportunity, so make sure that you are saturating your client's head with that mousse. And then when you get done, make sure you blow dry it to help set it in even further. Okay? Make sure you blow dry their hair until it's dry or cooled down. And then you see the curls came out fabulous. This is how it looked at the end after I finished unraveling all those rods. It looks bouncy, it looks good, it's full. I really do love the way that these braids came out. It's giving me Brandy in early 2000s. If you know, you know. Sis stayed with her braids slayed. So I did do a updo style for the video purposes, and this is so cute, y'all. I love it. Look at this.
Cute. It's giving auntie.
It's definitely giving auntie.
It's definitely.
Thank you guys for watching. I'll make sure that this year I'll be more consistent with my videos. I appreciate all my subscribers and my viewers. And make sure y'all be safe out here in these streets.